Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here, and we got a special report in regards to the TTSA falling apart. They're basically defunct all of a sudden. Over the past couple days, there's been some new news in regards to the Tom DeLonge gang along with Luis Elizondo. What's going on with these guys? Let me tell you, I really haven't followed this company for about 3 years, only when they came out with this Navy Tic Tac gimbal video footage. But after that, it seemed to me they're pretty irrelevant. There was nothing being brought to the table except a lot of hype and false threats in regards to these anomalous lights being spotted in the skies all over the place. And we're going to be discussing it a little bit tonight. Buckle up, everybody. We got Richard from GoofOn. He's going to be joining us, and it's going to be an insightful discussion in regards to the TTSA. What was their agenda? Why is it kind of falling apart at the seams right now? Richard from GoofOn, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
People are basically abandoning the TTSA and running away. It sounds to me that even the Unidentified series that has come out is not coming out for a third season. What's going on, Rich? What are you hearing on the ground over there?
Well, a few days ago, what's his name? Lou Elizondo was on George Knapp talking about we need to, using a car analogy, we need to change gears. We did everything we did over at TTSA, and it's time to move this into another gear forward. So he's hinting around that they were leaving. Lou Elizondo, Christopher Mellon, and Steve Justice all put in their goodbye papers, whatever you want to call it. They resigned, and they have left the band. TTSA is now pretty much, it's still a team, but they're going to need three important players that have now left and are looking to get into disclosure, because that's what Lou Elizondo wanted, was to push disclosure forward. But apparently, Tom DeLonge can't lose the attitude of a rock star and takes his rock star attitude into meetings and acts like a child. And all he wants to do is make movies and write songs about aliens and UFOs. And Lou and everybody else thought, well, I thought we were here for disclosure. So for the last couple of years, it was mainly Unidentified, the TV show. We got 2 seasons out of that. That is now done with, because Elizondo was the bread and butter for that. So he's done. And everything else is just now up in our, everybody's just waiting to see what happens. So they're going to get other players probably involved, but who would they bring in? I don't know. But yeah, right now, Lou Elizondo, Christopher Mellon, and Justice are out.
Yeah, and like you say, Rich, that these kind of guys were the main players of the team, and now all of a sudden there's a void of expertise, apparently, if you call these guys experts. Some of the evidence that they're bringing forward to the TV show, again, really didn't vibe with me too much. There were a lot of things that just seemed like, stars out of focus, or maybe military flares, and it was always being blamed as a threat or some adversary from another government, and whoa, the aliens are coming. And I don't know, there was just this agenda about it. But what's really weird too is that they were saying that they're going to be onto something, release new information, and then now all of a sudden it's kind of disappeared. Weren't they going to be releasing some kind of recovered UFO material or something like this?
Yeah, apparently there was a crash. I'm not sure if it was the one in Mexico or Art's parts or, whatever Linda Moulton House sold them. Nobody knows, because Tom DeLonge goes on Twitter, and this is part of the problem. He goes on Twitter, posts something that is a lie or a hoax, a UFO video that is CGI, and then he removes it because everybody starts calling him out. So TTSA, from what I learned, is bleeding money. Like, I think I heard that Tom DeLonge was paying the people there their salaries of $5 million total over the last year and a half, 2 years. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but it's a pretty strong source that's saying that's what was happening. It was mainly being turned into an entertainment industry more than a disclosure project. And of course, they stayed within the military, the confines of the military, never ventured out to the public to get their stories. And we wound up seeing military flares, stars, parachute jumpers, the whole, nothing. We got nothing is what we got for the last 2.5 years. Actually, the entire time. The only thing TTSA did do very well was get that mainstream media play. So they did, get a lot of that. The Pentagon was talking to New York Times, and Christopher Mellon was talking to the press. I mean, it was amazing what's happened since they've come around. But now they're in disarray, so I don't know what's next.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, and that's kind of why we're doing this radio show, because we have three people that have left the team, and everybody's wondering what direction are they going to go into. And again, we are stating, and even Rich from GoofOn has stated, they really haven't brought much except maybe some media attention. And it's very interesting to me that the major media were only going to the TTSA and nobody else in this field of information of ufology. So there is a question, what was the agenda and why did the major media pick up on them? And pretty much, in my opinion, they had this rock star behind them. But bringing any kind of evidence to the table, look, these videos that came out from the Pentagon in regards to the Navy pilots and these blurry videos, unfortunately, we're not even getting to see the whole picture. They were cut, they were edited, we're not seeing the whole extended version. And that really, in my opinion, gives a question of exactly what are we looking at?
That's the problem. We see these 3 videos from FLIR cameras off of F-18s, and you can't tell what anything is. You can just see the heat signature. Big deal. Might as well be night with the lights off. You see nothing. And apparently that's how you can get away with saying these are real UFOs, because we'll never know. And if there is genuine clear footage without the FLIR camera on and regular cameras working, well, there's supposedly 7 more minutes of clear footage and also radar that can corroborate what they saw, on the FLIR cameras. So who knows what's real? I think those videos are not UFOs. I think the whole thing was just a ruse. I think it was kind of like, let's just say it's a threat and get the public in fear, and I don't know why. It's very strange, but that's how they were planning on getting funding for next year or two, when they had Rubio sign off on the threat policy, to get funding to investigate UAPs. So I don't know, man. It's odd to just keep pushing that threat, but that's the only way you get them to pay for the funding, is if it's a threat.
Yeah, we also heard as well, and absolutely, you put that threat kind of verbiage on it, then there is basically, apparently, there's money behind it, because there's no money behind non-threatening kind of UFOs. And I think that TTSA really dropped the opportunity when they opened up themselves, that they didn't really ever deal with the public whatsoever. And there's so much information there that it's amazing that they didn't take that advantage when they had it. And I think that's one of the reasons why this is happening right now. And I've heard through the grapevine that possibly Robert Bigelow and his aerospace industry has been temporarily put on hold, and there's a lot of money that's not available at the moment, and this could have been one of the reasons why this is being shut down right now as we know it. But as of right now, right here at Third Phase of Moon, the platform where the most UFO videos are being submitted to the largest UFO channel in the world, we're reaching out to Luis Elizondo and the other 2 members. What do you think, Richard? Would it be a good idea to invite these guys on the team and share the information we're getting right here from the public?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they would want to be a part of the team because we deal with the public, but maybe that's what these 3 guys want. Maybe they want to talk to the public, and they were told, no, we have to stick with, all the military stuff, because that's the most credible thing that we can get funding for. But I'm not sure Lou wants to do that anymore. I think if you talk to him, he might be impressed with what we're doing over here. Considering the outreach to Mexico and other places, Amazon, we're getting the word out there. Third Phase of Moon is the largest in the world when it comes to UFOs on YouTube. But still, we're doing more work than I think MUFON is, or any other group out there. I don't see anybody doing what you guys are doing, what we're doing here. So maybe Lou will come over. It would take a good sales pitch, but you never know.
You mentioned numbers in this, and I'm just kind of wondering what is the ratings comparatively to Third Phase of Moon, because we're up to approximately 3 million views a month now. We're skyrocketing. People are realizing that something's happening. There's a paradigm shift in regards to the phenomenon, and they know Third Phase of Moon is on top of it in regards to getting the information out as fast as possible. What were the ratings for Unidentified? I thought it was a flop.
It was a flop. It was awful. They tried two different times they put them on a Friday night, which is the worst night for television. And they were barely hitting, I think the first year they had 900,000 watchers the first episode. Then after that, it was like 400,000. And it stayed around 300,000. From what I heard, I don't know if that's true, but they were doing very bad. And then they moved them to a midnight time slot the next season, which was even worse. So it was over. They weren't going to go ahead with the third season anyway. So maybe because they heard Lou was leaving, who knows? It'd be nice to see what the ratings actually were, but they were bad. They were bad.
Yeah, right now, right here at Third Phase Moon, we're exceeding 300,000 views a day. So the world's waking up. But again, the olive branch is out for the members that have just left TTSA. If you want to do it with the public, you want to get the information coming in from the people in real time, I suggest you would want to work with us. These networks and these cable shows, they have their own agenda, and they really don't have their eye on the ball. And a lot of the information, when you see it in the cable industry, is a year or sometimes 2 years old. So they're way behind time. Get on the front line. Get on the front line with Third Phase Moon. We'll do it, and let's get it set, and we're ready to rock and roll. Rich, what do you think? Do you think there's any recovery from TTSA?
Well, I don't know. I don't know who they would go to next and what their agenda is, what the narrative is supposed to be. This is a wait and see thing now. Nobody's happy about this. And I mean, it's not that people love them so much. It's just, man, we didn't think this was going to happen the way it did. First we heard rumors of Lou just leaving, but these three guys, that's an integral part to what To the Stars Academy was about. So if they leave, who can replace them? I have no clue. No clue what their agenda is. They may just shut down. And I think they should, if they're bleeding that much money that Tom DeLonge has to pay people to stay there. So I don't know if Lou and the guys would come over here, Chris and Steve. They may want a paycheck, but, it is what it is right now. So, you got a baseball team that's down a few players, and they're going to get somebody else to step in and take their place. Who it is, I don't know.
Yeah, who it is the question, and we'll see if they could recover with this, because it sounded like to me that the attention that they expected that they were going to get really never transpired, and it was basically a flop from the beginning, and people were just kind of over these three videos that they just kept recycling over and over and over again, where when you look at Third Phase Moon, you're seeing sometimes I don't know, dozens of videos, sometimes within a week, sometimes within a month, but you're seeing new footage and the public coming forward. I think that's, again, a missed opportunity on these guys' parts. And, maybe they could turn it around and take it into a different direction. But if not, we'll see what happens. It's my pleasure talking with you, Rich, in regards to this news. And I wanted to give Rich and everybody an update around the world. This Christmas, we're going to be dropping the trailer, Countdown to Disclosure. It's going to be a mind bender in regards to what the technology behind the Space Force is all about. We got Dr. Stephen Greer along with Dr. Michael Salla, including some big surprises in regards to this incredible groundbreaking documentary. I want to thank everybody for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Any last words, Rich?
Well, only that I hope Lou and Christopher Mellon and Steve Justice are looking for a place to research UFOs, and if they want to come over to Third Phase, well, the door is open. And Third Phase of Moon, I would love to see them come over here and join the team. But other than that, we just got to wait and see what happens with TTSA. So good luck.
Well, the official statement has been made. we're going to have the word get out, and I'm sure they're going to hear about this olive branch, this offer out there. So we'll see if we get any feedback. I'm sure we will, and if not, well, I guess we'll find out the answer that way. And everybody could go check out Richard at Goof On. He's got a great YouTube channel. The link will be in the description below. And he just passed 3,000 subscribers on his channel. So it's a fast growing channel right here. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Blake Cousins. We'll see you next time.
So expound on that a little bit. There have been over the years a number of reports of unidentified underwater vehicles moving in ways that don't make any sense at all. Tell us what you know about that.